Yo, what's going on, everybody? Xanthos Vice here, and we are back with some more TCS3. Hope you guys have a great day. You remember where we last left off? We finally got introduced, or reintroduced, to Reinforcer once again, our boy. Probably gonna go do some more crazy shit this game. And we finally got to meet the new members of Class 7 and the staff of the branch campus. I gotta say, I like the diversity. Again, I think this is where things are gonna start, like, branching into one another, right? Like the paths are gonna cross because you got Agate and Tita from Trails in the Sky. You got Randy from Trails to Azure/Zero. Same for Juna. You got Tina from Cold Steel 2. And I am just so hyped up to see what direction this is gonna take place. But anyway, we are just about to leave campus and start on our day off. So I'm excited to finally get that started and hopefully we move along a bit more in the plot. So let's go right ahead. It's almost time to leave campus. I haven't talked to all the students yet, but maybe I'll head back to the dorm anyway. What? I could have sworn I talked to everybody already. Yeah, let's return to the dorm.
カーバイド8組戦術家の生徒っす。なんか生徒たちにまめに声をかけてましたけど、さすがに熱心っすね。人気絶頂の若き英雄灰色の騎士様は
あくまで卒業したばかりの新米教官だからな。ランドルフ教官の報告で聞いたよ。なかなかの身体能力らしいな。授業や教練で教えることも多いだろうし、改めてよろしくだ、アッシュ。
はっ、そりゃどうも。ところで、前々からあんたに聞きたかったことがあるんすけど、でかい灰色のおもちゃ乗り回して政府の犬として働くっつうのはそんなに気持ちいいんすかね。
失礼します。
主計科の女子だったか。
朝に続いてかよ。
8組のアッシュさんにリーン教官でしたか。楽しそうなお話で盛り上がっているみたいですね。
そんじゃ俺はここで。週明けの気候兵教練楽しみにさせてもらうぜ。
気候兵教練？
あら、ひょっとしてお邪魔だったとか？
いや、そんなことはないさ。君は主計科の。
9組主計科所属ミュゼイ・イーグレットと申します。すでに授業で何度かお世話になっていますが、ご存知でいらっしゃいますか？
ああ、ちゃんと覚えているよ。トア教官からも話は聞いている。なかなか成績優秀らしいな。
私程度の成績で優秀だなんて恥ずかしいです。実は私も教官の噂をいろいろと伺っていまして、 お近づきになれたら嬉しいなってずっと思ってたんです。
そうか。そういう噂は話半分くらいに受け取ってほしいんだが。
ああ、灰色の騎士とかそういう噂ではなくって、前の7組の皆さんのことや妹さん、工女殿下方面の噂です。ごきげんよう、リーン教官。若輩者ではありますが、よろしくお願いしますね。
Ash Carbide from Combat Tactics, Muse Egret from Military Finance. Between those two in Class 7, it's going to be quite a year. We're 2 weeks in now. History and combat training classes have been going well. But next week we have Painted Soldat training and the special lessons. Should be all set for today, but I better go over everything again tomorrow just in case. Those three are probably back at the dorm by now. Couldn't get their notebooks to them at school, so I should at least try to hand them over by the end of the day. Should also help out any students struggling to find a club. This is Principal Le Guin's room. Talked to her after school, so there's no need to pester her now. Schwarzer, is that you? Just going to stand there, you may as well come in. You've got me. Suppose it's no use trying to hide from the Golden Rakshasa. Wow, it's much bigger in here than the other rooms. Though considering this is a countess's room, I'm actually a little surprised how Spartan it is in here. Noble of Erebonian should be stalwart and vigilant. Any more luxury than this, and I'd go soft. In fact, it's my opinion that the main campus dorms are a bit too luxurious. Though I hear they're reviewing how they sort out the dormitories over there. Yeah, I've heard that too. Principal, are you? Yes, I suppose I never told you, but I too am a graduate from Thor's main campus, so that makes us fellow alumni. Seriously? So many big names graduated from Thor's. Major Claire, Prince Oliver, and even him. Seeing as you're my dear junior little alumnus, feel free to come visit me at any time. Thanks. Seeing that you and I are Thor's graduates, let's compare stories from our school days whenever we find a time. Alright, they should be downstairs, right? Oh yeah, here we go, Kurt. It's Kurt's room. I think he's rooming with a kid from Class 8. Oh, it's Dr. Schwarzer. You're Sydney, right? Skirtin? Yeah, you just got back a few minutes ago. A sport, you gotta guess. How about we don't make that my nickname? I'm coming. It's rather late. Did you need something? Actually, you're the one who needs something. I want to make sure you got this by the end of the day. Oh yes, I remember hearing Class 7's student notebooks were late. Thank you very much, but I have to wonder, why didn't you give us these when we were still on the campus? Sorry, I had some trouble finding the time earlier. But did you just get back now? Were you trained the whole time? It's cool you're such a hard worker, but be sure not to overexert yourself. No need to worry, I know my limits. If anyone needs that advice, it's you, instructor. I understand you're busy, but you'd be well served taking some time to hone your 8 leaves 1 blade techniques. Thanks for the advice. You're absolutely right. I do need to make some time for it. Sorry to bother you so late. Hope your free day tomorrow treats you well. Yes. Good night. Next up are Juna and Altina. Their room should be that way. Guess I'll head over. Wait, where should it even be? Oh, okay, here it is. It's Juna and Altina's room. I guess this is okay. Hope they aren't too lonely without me. Juna, Altina, you in? Be right there. Altina's not here? I wanted to talk to both of you. She went off downstairs earlier. So did you need something? Right, I need to give you this. Oh yeah, I heard we began ours late. But couldn't you just give them to us tomorrow at school? I mean, isn't it kind of sleazy for a male teacher to be dropping in on his female student's room in the middle of the night? Well, I figured since tomorrow's a free day, it'd be better for all of you to get these today, but if I put it like that, maybe I should have waited. We're in the middle of writing something? Sorry to interrupt. How did you... I was just going over my notes from today. I could lose some Arabonia when it comes to studying. Well, glad to see you're so serious about school. I'll be sure tomorrow will be busy for you, but be sure to give everything you got. I don't need a reminder. I give everything my all. Did you need me to give Altina her notebook too? No, that's okay. That's my job. I'll go give it to her myself. Thanks, and sorry to disturb you. Good night, Juna. Thanks for taking the time to bring it to me. See you tomorrow. Oh. She's a lot more considerate than she lets on. Anyway, Altina's the final one. Should be on the first floor, but suppose I'll go look for her. So that's where you've been. Instructor Reen, did you need something? Yep, I need to give you this. Student notebook received. That many blank pages. What is their purpose? You can use those pages however you like. For notes in class, your club schedules, even as a diary. Whatever you decide works best for you. But I decide is best for me. You alright? Just a little tired. Wasn't aware educational institutions required so many decisions to be made on a daily basis. Starting to think I had an easier time back when I only went on missions. Is that so? Like I said, after school, you need some help to sign your club, let me know. Be there to back you up, so you can make your decision at your own pace. At my own pace. I'll try. That takes care of all the student notebooks. I should head back to my room before it gets too late. Alright, moving on. Oh, right, my room's over here. The ringtone. I haven't heard this before. This isn't the usual incoming call screen. Someone sending me a file over the Orbital network? The screen is round of 7.
もしもし、リン？ちゃんとつながってるかな？
Elliot?
よかった。ちゃんとつながったみたいだ。ちょっと待ってて。今画像を出すから。
It is you.
リン、久しぶり。先月通信で話して以来かな。顔を見るのは4ヶ月ぶりくらいだけど。
Has it really been that long? Wait, before all that, what's going on with my Arcus?
種を沸かすとオリバルと殿下の計らいでね。リンもアークス2を殿下から送られたでしょ。それに特別なアプリっていうのが入ってて、その機能を使ってるんだって。
An app. Can you see my face too?
バッチリだよ。ひょっとしてまた背が伸びた？あ、そういえば誕生日も近かったんじゃなかったっけ？
Oh yeah, next month.
卒業おめでとう、リン。ごたごたしてたみたいだけど、無事就任できたみたいだね。
Yeah, thankfully. You graduated from the Music Academy just last month too, right? Are you off on your debut tour now?
今月の頭からね。本当だったらリーンとも直接会いたかったんだけど。あ、マキアスとかも一緒にね。
You told me his on-site job training at the Government Accountability Inspectorate started right after his graduation. Quite a place to start working in.
マキアスらしいって言えばマキアスらしいけど、帝都知事のお父さんと微妙に対立する立場になるのはちょっと心配なんだよね。
I'm sure he'll be fine. I just hope he doesn't wear himself out chasing down injustice. Man, I'd like to catch up like this with everyone else too. Yeah, sorry if I'm alternating the voice, guys. It's just like, I feel like putting it a bit nasally for it is just, not as, like, smooth to do it. I always have to take, like, small little pauses every time I do that. So, trying to get a mix of it, you know? Like, my normal voice and then his. At least I'm trying to, anyway. Preferably in person, so we can fulfill our promise.
リンちゃんと覚えてたんだ。
Of course I did. Not a day goes by where I don't think about it. Things are pretty hectic here at the branch campus, but sometimes reminds me of when we were all together.
そっか。そういえばトア会長も同じ教官として入ったんだよね。他にも意外な顔ぶれが集まってるって聞いたけど。
Oh yeah, get this. The principal is... It's only 9 a.m., huh? I bet most students are out and about for their club activities already. Shout out myself. We really talked up a storm last night. Can't believe Prince Oliver set up a communication network just for Class 7. He's done so much for us. I can't thank him enough. Alright, first off I should check by the streets by the station. First free day as a teacher. Time to get started. Oh yes, my bonding events. Gotta love it. Who can I bond with? Yeah, still like getting to bond level 5. I get it. In the evening of your free days, you'll receive 1 or 2 additional ones. Okay, good. Don't remember if we got that back then or not. I honestly don't remember. Whatever. Oh, right. 3rd floor. That's where I was. Alright, so who do we have today? Oh, we got a lot of places to visit. Or, I guess, just a tour around. Oh, okay, here we go. Here's how I figure it out. Oh, so I can't check out the school yet until I get there. Okay. Or maybe just at least until I check out all these other places. Yeah, let's go. Alright, let's check out Carnegie. Carnegie Books and Games. Like the name implies, it sells books and a ton of toys to boot. Sounds like a pretty nice place. You can purchase books and accessories here. Some books will automatically be registered under book notes and can be read anywhere. Cool. Might as well talk. Well, if it isn't the talk of the town. Good morning. Are you here to get some teaching materials? Should be everything you need. Came in just this morning. Thanks. That makes things easy. Wait, what's with the box? Oh, pardon me, this one's mine. It's a new board game. I've been dying to get it the second it came out, so I must have got it mixed in with the rest. My bad. No worries. Board game. Sounds like chess, right? They may not be very popular throughout the Empire, but there are many more board games besides chess. There's plenty of card and puzzle games. You have a pretty good selection. I used to play a card game called Blade. Ooh, nice. I used to play Blade a lot too. Another card game has gotten really popular lately. I'll show it to you next time. Sure, I'll hold you to that. It's really into games. Must be your hobby. Please take this as a token of our acquaintance. It's a newly released fiction novel, and a pretty good read at that. Hope you enjoy it. I will. Thanks. Novel. Might be good for a break. Aw, come on. Don't tell me I don't have Blade anymore. That was the best game you could play in this game. I'd be sad if it's actually replaced with something else, because I loved Blade. Alright, let's see. Where do we have next? The church. Or chapel, my bad. Different things. Leaves Chapel, similar in size to the one in Trista. Haven't had the chance to stop by since I started working. Maybe I should take some time to pray. Welcome to the Leaves Chapel at the Septine Church. Oh, it's you. It's the first time you've come to worship, right? Sorry, I've been swamped with work. It's okay, but you need to take a break every now and then. A change of perspective works wonders too. Don't focus too much on a single thing. Thanks for the advice. Been away for a while. Should come here more often. Seems like they're in the middle of Sunday school. I don't want to interrupt them. Oh, right, yeah. Because usually, even in Japanese schools, it's like, isn't it like only Sundays you get the day off, but you still go to school on Thursdays? At least that, if I recall correctly. I don't know. Could be mistaken. Lapin Boutique seems to be a privately owned clothing store. They have clothes for both men and women, as well as miscellaneous goods and stuffed animals. This might be a good place to get a gift for Elise. You can purchase clothes, shoes, accessories, and gifts at the boutique. You can buy gifts at various stores. You can give them to people to increase your bond with them. And the gifts are only available for a limited time, so it's best to buy them whenever you see them. Ah, I see. Oh yeah, because there were always those items that were specifically for a character, like specifically for elephants, specifically for monkeys and stuff like that. I see. Let's see what they got. A white silk kerchief. God damn it, why you guys gotta do me like this? But I don't have money. Damn it. Have to try another time. But then again, I don't know how long this is gonna last, so I might want to buy it soon. Oh, what's this place? Oh, okay, never mind. Alright, what about the tavern? Barney's Inn. It's the first time I come here during the day. It's a really nice place. I should order something. You can restore your HP, EP, and CP by resting at in. Oh really? I can restore my CP too? Nice. You can also try a recommended dish to learn its recipe. Ooh, kick ass. Oh, instructor. Thank you for taking good care of my daughter Gina. Hope she isn't causing any trouble for you. Absolutely not. She's even making time to help out in the school cafeteria. She's really bailing us out. I'm sorry she's only able to help you during the day. But I'm glad. Heard the school is really short on staff members. She's the daughter of a tavern keeper, so she can get pretty rowdy, but I hope she continues to be helpful. I'm sure she will. Thank you. Father's the tavern keeper. Such a nice person. I've heard that he takes extra good care of the students. I had to thank him for that. Piled onion rings. Damn, if only I had money. Wait, where would I go to exchange by Zephyr anyway? I just do that like a... Oh no, I'd probably go to Tita, right? Because she's supposed to be like the new George of the game. Yo, Schwarzer, you here for a drink too? Randolph. Wait, you're not drinking, right? Don't worry. It's not what it looks like. Guy in my position can't go around knocking back the hard stuff. Well, not during the day at least. Now that's the stuff. I'm telling you, it's non-alcoholic. But the atmosphere makes the drink, you know? Daisy, pour me another. Be right there. Don't overdo it. Second like he's a regular already. Is he doing it on purpose, or is this just how he is always? Or how he always is? Alright. Cool. What do we got next? Import store. So what would that be? Like our general store, I guess? I would assume so. Yosuyan. They got a lot of food and goods from the east. Hey, young fella. Mind if we have a chat real quick? Me? Sorry for calling you out of the blue. Aren't you the instructor from the Thor's new branch campus? Not to mention the famous Ashen Chevalier. Well, yes. I see, you're an impressive young man. So I'll give you this. I'm sure you'll make better use of it than I. Oh yes, a fishing rod. Hopefully it's still as easy as before. This fishing rod. It's the latest model of the Lake Lord Company. Are you a fisherman too? My friend from school was in the Imperial Fishing Club, so I dabbled a little. Don't say. Imperial Fishing Club is the pride of the Lake Lord Company. When I was younger, I traveled all over the continent of Zemuria. I used some of my connections to join the Fisherman's Guild headquartered in the borough. The Fisherman's Guild. They're like the Imperial Fishing Club's rival. They used to hate each other, but now they're on good terms. Fishing gear I gave you was recently given to me by the Lake Lord Company. I see. But even so, I can't accept such an extravagant gift. No, it's fine. I'm just doing my part to spread the love of fishing. In fact, you could fish more and teach students how. That would be great. I see. Fishing could be a good facilitator for communication. Thank you, I appreciate it. Don't mention it. Take this too. Once you start filling the notebook, just stop by and I can take a look. Go out and catch all sorts of different fish. I'll have prizes lined right up for you. Got a few nice spots to cast here and leave, so fish away. Alright, I will. Thank you for all the stuff. Also, you bring me some fish, I've got a variety of items to trade for them. Feel free to come back in Yosuyan anytime. Got it. Yep, we got this again. Alright, so how's the mechanics gonna be for fishing this time? Yeah, I think I've got the lay of the land now. Judging by his clothes, looks like a delivery person. Put my glasses on just in case though. Excuse me, is there a problem? It's more than just a problem. I'm the new guy in my delivery company. Some of my deliveries are just to the places I'd never even heard of. Oh my god. My bad. Here we go. My bad. I accidentally pressed the auto scroll, or like high speed. Yeah, okay. Do you have any idea where Thor's branch campus is? Well, it's no wonder you haven't heard of it. It's pretty new. On top of that, there are two other places I can't find. I have other deliveries to make today too. I'm not gonna make them at this rate. You were standing here talking. I'm running out of time. Is there any way I can help? I'm actually an instructor at Thor's branch campus. Really? You could help. That'd be great. It'll be no trouble at all. So there are 3 places you couldn't find? The branch campus aside, what are the other 2? Let's see. One is 9 Volley Exchange and the other is called Radio Trista. Oh, 9 Volley's here. Really? They have a branch here? I thought they were only a crossbow. Or maybe they got rid of it because of the annexation, probably. Who knows? I don't know if they're new or what, but I never heard of either of them. The package from the branch campus says someone named Sandy. Got it. Get these 3 packages to their owners. Radio Trista. Lots happened since back then, but I certainly never expect to hear that name here. Didn't see Sandy at the dorm, so I better check around the campus for her. Should be easy enough to swing by the exchange shop. These are the packages. Thanks so much. Alright, got them. Thanks. Gotta go make my other deliveries now. So I want to confirm the packages are received. Can we meet back here when we're both done? Works for me. Nice. Yeah, I get it. Now use X. Oh, there we go. Yeah, because now I also have to go there, right? So yeah, I'm guessing the ones with the exclamation points, they're the specific like actual events, whereas the ones without it, it's like I can still bond with them, but it's not going to be like a significant enough event. Okay. Maybe is this place over here? Yep. Not even surprised. Plus we saw in the little cutscene, but I had forgotten about it until just now when he mentioned it. Should be one of the delivery station destinations, I think. What kind of shop is this? It's got a shady vibe to it.
ママから送られた RPG ここにしまったと思ったんだけどな。まだ引っ越しコンテナの中か。
Did I just hear that right?
お客か。交換やナインバリによく来たな。弾か薬かなんだって都合してやるぞ。
So what do you have? Well, I got a delivery here for you. It's actually pretty heavy. Oh, this is the RF gun unit I got legally. Nice! That was pretty quick. The way she said that, does that mean she gets things illegally too? So you said the exchange shop, right? What do you exchange? The goods, of course. I'm a broker, you know. And you... She's like been through some tough battles. Okay, you pass. Let her buy off the black market menu. I goes off for some weapons eventually if you like. This place is way too shady. Can I talk to the owner here? What do you mean? I am the owner. Well, since the main store is in Crossbow, this is just a branch store. But I'm already 12, so you better not treat me like some kid. Oh, sorry about that. This place is a broker for the black market. Either way, it may be worth my time to check up on the place every so often. Yeah, trade and upgrade for items. Yeah, I remember this. Oh, yeah, she was that girl who ran the counter at 9 Volley, right? Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Okay, where were the other 2 places? Radio Trista, right? Where would that be? Oh, that's here. What's in here? Oh, a book. Okay. Oh, okay. This is how I find other books. Gotcha. Yes, and this is it? Yep. The one and only. Radio Trista. I didn't expect to see them here. I heard that with all the reforms they made at the main campus, broadcasting is now heavily restricted in Trista. Oh, okay. Wonder what happened to the guy who was working at Radio Trista.
訪ねてくれたみたいだね。
Oh, it's this guy. I remember him. Monk? Oh yeah, he was that guy who was all about listening to the radio and stuff, right? I remember him.
折を見て声をかけようと思ってたけど、君の方から来てくれるなんてね。ようこそ、名ばかりのトリスタ放送へ。2ヶ月ぶりだね、リーン。
I would offer you some tea had you been seated. What business do you have with us today? Well, I see. You haven't changed at all. Can always count on you for a story to talk about on the radio. You haven't changed either. What's in the package anyway? Some recording equipment for the radio. Since you don't have the capital and manpower, I've been fixing the minor issues on my own. I see. Seems like a pain. I was really surprised to hear that you're now a director. Must have been working hard. Well, yes. Trying to sell a show is really hard, but I think it's the best career for me. So have you completely abandoned Trista? Well, yeah. Our building's still there, but been feeling increased pressure from all directions over the past few years. Anyhow, I'm really happy to be working in the same town as you. Me too. So there are two things I want to tell you. Alright then, tell me already. They're pretty important. First off, you go visit the chapel after your deliveries. Who knows, you might just run into a certain someone over there. Okay. Certain someone? Could you mean? No way. The other thing is that there's gonna be an interesting show on Radio Trista tonight. So it's at 9 p.m. Strongly recommend you listen to it. And I mean strongly. Okay, I hear you. I'll make sure to tune in. That's about it. Sorry for taking up your time. No, I should be sorry for dropping by unannounced like I did. Talk to you later, Monk. See ya. Let me give you my Arcus contact info. Cool. Got someone listed on my contacts. How do I check that? Whatever. They'll probably check that later anyway. Wait, what am I doing? Oh, yeah, the academy. Let's try it. Press A when the arrow is pointing at the bar. The size of your catch depends on where the arrow is pointed when you press the button. You won't catch anything if the time gauge runs out and you miss the bar. Okay. Hold down A to reel the fish, watch the fish, and let go of the button when needed. Don't hold A long enough, the fish will escape. When it gets angry, let go of A. Okay. Ah, damn it. That's actually tough. I get the point of it, but... Ah, shit, I messed up. Damn it. Okay, good. Didn't count as me losing one. Let's go for a green one. Come on. Yes! Alright. なかなかいいじゃねえか. Ah, cast again. God damn it. I always keep getting these ones. Alright. Okay, not too crazy. I get it. But I missed the button mashing. That was so much fun. Who doesn't love the button mash in a video game? Whatever. Also, would have been nice if it was as easy as in the Crossbell story where I literally just press a button and that's it. But Trails of the Sky is probably hardest because there are like so many conditions. You have to pick which one, and then it'll depend on like what kind of thing you get, you know? Alright, let's see. Wait, which way's the branch campus again? Is it this way? Or am I confusing myself? Oh, okay, here. Okay. I didn't know I have to go in this direction. Okay, so there's an exclamation point in the garden, so I'm guessing that's where I go. Oh, right, that's Sandy. Yeah. Okay, my bad. I was like, I heard the name before. I see. Such a nice spot for gardening, but it's just going to waste. Alright then. Take care of this spot as part of my club activities. Hello, Instructor Reed. Club activities? Talk about starting a gardening club? No, I've actually started a cooking club with Tita just yesterday. I was thinking I could use this spot to grow some fruits and vegetables. I see. It's not a bad idea. Right? Actually, just this morning, Freddy from Combat Tactics said he wanted to join the cooking club too. He said he'd show us his cooking this evening. That sounds great. Anyway, I'm glad to hear things are going well. Have fun, you guys. Let me know if there's anything I can help out with. Thank you. Right, I almost forgot. Something the matter? Yeah, there was delivery for you. I'm surprised it got here so quickly. But with this, I can start playing today. Did you order some gardening tools? Sure did. Tell you the truth, I've had my eye on this spot for a while. I have my shovel and gardening scissors sent here from home. I see. Well, enjoy yourself. Takes care of all the deliveries. Head back to the station. Alright, first quest completed. Alright, we should still be here, right? Yep. Hey! Sorry for the wait. Looks like you're already finished. I know, I just delivered the last one a few moments ago. Looks like you were able to get everything where it needed to go. Here are the receipts. Yep, it all checks out. Man, I wouldn't have been able to make it if not for you. You really put me out of fire there. I'll make sure to get you earlier next time so this doesn't happen again. No worries. Sure, it's rare for so many new addresses to pop up at once. In spite of all that, everyone was happy to get the delivery sooner than they expected. But you guys' secret? Well, actually, we use a light airship for transporting packages. I see. It's rare to see a private company using an airship in Arabonia. We're the only ones who do. We're fast, we're reliable. You can always count on the Kapua delivery service. Wait, what? Kapua? What, the Kapua family? Quite the spiel. Kapua delivery service. Keep you guys in mind the next time I need to send something. Oh, and by the way, you're that famous Ashen Chevalier, aren't you? Sure figure you notice sooner or later. It's pretty surprising to hear that someone like you became a teacher. Oh man, I gotta head off to the next delivery ASAP. Thanks again for your help today. No worries. Yeah, you get academic points and then I get rewards based on my ranks. I remember that too. Hopefully I can actually reach the top rank this time, because I didn't. Well, yeah, Monk told me to go visit the chapel once I was done with deliveries. Guess I got some time to poke my head in. Maybe it was the person who was teaching the Sunday school. Looks like Sunday school is over. Oh yeah, Rosine! Yeah, I remember. She actually was a assistant at or like in training anyway. I remember that. Because she also asked if we could do like a festival in Celtic to lift up everyone's spirits after the attack. Wait, Rosine? The way Monk was talking, I thought someone I knew would be here, but I've expected you of all people to come to Leaves. Why didn't you come say hello to me? I'm sorry. It's just I've been so busy. I didn't have the time. Besides, Monk told me it would be better to surprise you. I am happy to see you again, though. Takes me back to when we were both students. Remember that you were always helping out at church in Trista. Seems like so long ago, doesn't it? Now you're instructor at Thorsbranch campus, following the path you set for yourself. As someone who's rooting for you from afar, happy for you.
ドミニオン第2位箱使いライサンダー
Wait, what? Wait, I don't remember this. Oh, this must have been like New Game Plus, right? Because I heard there was like some extra stuff that happens in New Game Plus. This must have been one of the things, right? Wait, Thomas? He's a Dominion? Like Wazzy? Oh, come on.
それが私の正式な身分とあだ名です。
私の身分は重騎士。ライサンダー卿をサポートする聖杯騎士の見習いになります。
Think I understand your reason for coming to Leaves. Something to do with that group you're part of, right? Isn't this record I found play a role too? I'll talk about it some other time. I don't know if you believe me, but I was looking forward to seeing you again. Regardless of the mission that was given to me, my feelings are sincere. Got it. Thanks, Rosine. I don't have any reservations about helping you. Thank you too. Sweet. Never contact info. Later, Rosine. Please let me know if there's anything at all you need. Will do. Oh. Car. Those are the kids who were at Sunday school earlier, right? What's this card? That is from a card game that's been getting quite popular all across Erebonia lately. I always see the children playing it during recess. I see. Well, it won't be a fair duel if they're missing this. Go bring it to them. Are you sure? You must be busy. No worries. I'm here now, so it's no trouble at all. It's very kind of you. Thank you and good day. Alright. But first, give me a sec. I know I'm saving my game at a weird place, exiting out of it, but I just need to do something real quick. So give me a quick sec, guys. Sorry about this. No, it's a weird place to just exit out of the game, but I really just have to do this one little thing. Okay. That should work now. Yeah, sorry. I didn't have my sources on it. I didn't know if it was going to make that much of a change or not, so I just decided, no, I'll just take a quick moment to actually do that here. Alright, good to go. Now let's continue. But I am going to start with the bonding events, because I just feel like it. Alright. Let's go talk with Altina. See if she's figured out anything yet. Seriously, this is one big field. Seems everyone else is already taking action to choose their clubs. It's only morning, but they all appear to be in such a hurry. Well, the principal's threat of putting them on the student council is looming over them. You found a good club for yourself yet? No. I've been thinking about it since yesterday. Tempted to ask around campus, but could find no promising leads. Choosing a club has proven to be a much more difficult mission than I could have anticipated. Looks like she's having a pretty difficult time. I give her a hand. Alright, Altina. I'll help you pick out your club. Are you sure? You told me I needed to decide on my own yesterday. True, but on second thought, the first hurdle might have been a bit too high for you. Start by going around and asking the others what they think you're doing. The final decision needs to be yours. How's that sound? Understood. This will lower the difficulty level considerably. Thank you for your assistance. We enjoyed Altina's search for a club that was a good fit for her. They went around asking students who had already begun their club activities, as well as those who were still looking for members. After carefully considering each and every candidate, it was, in the end, up to Tina to narrow them down and make the final decision. Tina's interest was ultimately piqued by. That's the way. Keep it up. So close. Nearly had it. Nice work, Altina. But I didn't make it to the end. True, but you were this close. That was your first time swimming, right? You could have fooled me. Your form was excellent. I think I may have some aptitude for swimming. Being underwater feels oddly nostalgic to me. Nostalgic? Well, I suppose some people do say being underwater reminds them of being in a womb. She's a natural talent. I can't afford to let her surpass me. Strange. Don't have any memory of being in my mother's womb. Well, yeah, I don't think most people do. Memory or no memory, I'm really looking forward to seeing you grow as a swimmer. So, Altina, you plan to join the swim club? The question is meaningless. You've exhausted all of our options. What choice do I have? It's not about eliminating options. It's about choosing what you like. Is this something you could keep doing? Something you really want to do? Something that I want to do? It is. Swimming is a good full-body exercise. It seems to be an efficient way to improve my endurance. In my current situation, I believe this club would be the most logical one to join. Leonora, may I be admitted to this club? It's not like it's my club or anything. We'd be happy to have you, Altina. Yeah, welcome. Together we shall strive towards greatness. I should probably choose the club myself. Good enough? Good enough. It's a good first step. Hopefully our life at the academy will help her grow. Nice. Oh, almost at that 1 star. Alright, who else we got? Wrong button. I want to talk to the girl from finance, because it does seem like she's going to be a part of our team, but just not currently, so might as well get to know her now. Oh, Inspector Reed. Good morning. So nice out today. Good morning, Muse. I'm happy you remembered my name. Jealous of Class 7. You were my homeroom teacher. You'd call my name every day. I suppose I have to. I know you seem to be doing your shopping pretty early today. Yes, some of the military finance classmates and I decided to establish a tea ceremony club. Kyrie, Maya, and I split up to prepare for the club. You picked the club already. That was pretty quick. Tea ceremony club. Reminds me of Master. Inspector Reed? Sorry, it's nothing. Just have fun while you're doing it. I'm rooting for you. Thank you. Please come visit our club room soon. Preparing a tea ceremony club. Wonder if I can help her. Music. Can I help you with anything? 8 Leaves, 1 Blade and tea ceremony share many similarities. Really? If you say so. Well, actually, we need to carry a lot of things from the dorms. Will you be able to help us with that? Yes, of course. Thank you, instructor. You even helped set up the room. Well, I was coming over anyway, so I figured I might as well. Now that I'm looking at it, you really managed to pull off the Eastern flair in here. Gets me kinda nostalgic. Does it perhaps remind you of Master Yun Kafai? How do you know about him? Do I ever use a sword? Well, I looked up things related to you. I'm just kidding. I come from the family of a count in the province of Lemaire. I've heard many rumors about the Civil War. I see. Lemaire. And from the family of a count too. Duke Cayenne, the perpetrator of the Civil War, ruled that area. It's not surprising that she's heard rumors. Oh, okay. So she's from there. Wonder who the new ruling person of that area would be then.
ああ、灰色の騎士とかそういう噂ではなくって、前の7組の皆さんのことや妹さん、工女殿下方面の噂です。
Where did these rumors even come from? I don't think many people talked about it. At least I think. That explains what happened yesterday. Do apologize for giving you the wrong impression. In any case, Maya knows a lot about Eastern culture already. I invited Kari alongside her. I learned a lot of the ceremonies myself from my grandfather, Count Egret, so I've always been interested. He has a lot of hobbies and is well versed in items from other countries. Really now? Sounds like a man of good taste. Learned a few things from the East myself from Master Kafai. If there's anything I can help you with in the future, please let me know. That's so. Thank you ever so much. By the way, Instructor Reed, in order to thank you for today and for the future, I'd like to show you something nice. Damn, they have the folding screens just that close to the window? Damn. Muse, what are you doing? I'll be ready in no time. Just sit tight and wait for just a moment. What are you doing? Someone sees us. Gonna wait outside. Oh yeah, I'm almost done. And there. I'm done. What? She's gonna tease us, I know for sure. That she just seems like that kind of person. I don't really think we've had that kind of character in Shares of Closia. Why are you closing your eyes? The music. You shouldn't. Please, just open your eyes. Look at me. I'm trying to let you be the first to see it, our uniform. Huh? Yep, I'm not even surprised. Well, do you like it? It's a kimono that my grandfather bought me. Thought I could use this for a club. How do I look? Looks nice. Wait, hold on. Usually don't mess around like that. Whatever do you mean? I just want you to be the first person to see it. That said, what did you imagine I was doing? She's a real tricky one. I gotta say, her in a kimono is an interesting idea, but I think she could have gone for a better color. After that, the other member showed up at club for his preparations, and I left. Cool. Alright, next. Where to? Oh, right. Got to check out the hobby shop. There we go. Interesting. Giving people starter packs? That's actually a good marketing idea because it's like a sample, you know? Get used to the game, and then if you're accustomed to it and want to challenge yourself, get other cards. Hmm. Weird. Kind of reminds me of what's it called? Um, Magic the Gathering. It's gonna be interesting.
そんじゃ始めようぜ。
Alright, you got the card text, you got the attack, HP, trade certain cards only. Flight, character can act the same turn it was summoned. Oh, okay, so they can't. Your cards can target all rows, front and back. Oh, okay. Earth, Water, Fire, Heaven. Card type, Master, Nature, and Magic. Mana. The mana cost to summon play a card. Master cards, this is the amount of mana you start with at the match. Oh, okay. Yeah, so it is kind of similar to a Magic Gathering. If you don't like the cards in the starting hand, you can choose which of them you would like to redraw. Pay attention to the mana cost, the green circle on the upper right of the cards in your starting hand. Best to start a match with low cost cards. For now, choose Blix to redraw. Okay. About the battle screen. Okay, so that's their HP, it's my HP. The mana pool are those green dots. The mana pool. The round number, yeah, attributes. Oh, okay, so it shows what's the weakness, okay. How many cards they have in the deck. Got it. And that's our field. Okay, got it. The goal of the Vantage Masters match is to reduce the HP of your opponent's master to 0. Play your cards wisely and come out on top. About turns. At the start of each of your turns, you draw a card from the deck. Also gain mana, a resource you spend to play cards. The amount of mana you gain per turn will increase by 1 every turn, to a max of 10. For the first turn only, a magic crystal will appear in a random space for the player who goes second. About actions. On your turn, you can summon cards into the field and move cards to different spaces. Use the commands as well as your card's unique effects to defeat your opponent's master and win. Cards with glowing green borders can take action. Ah, okay. Check out every card to see what it can do. About summoning. The creatures in Vantage Match are known as Natials. Natials can be summoned from your hand to any open space, in spaces where magic crystals are on your side of the field. Each player has a front row and a back row from their side of the field. Those cards can only attack from the front row, so it's better to summon them there. Transfer summoning a Natial to the front row. Okay. Put it here. Attribute advantages. Alright, so they summon an Earth. Oh, the damage differentiate. Oh, okay. Attack against a weaker element deals +1 damage. Attack from a stronger element deals -2. Master cards have no attributes. Summon a Nation and spend the required amount of mana. Mana is used for a number of different actions. Summoning a Nation card from your hand, using a spell card from your hand, using your master skill. Not every master has a skill. Most cards can perform actions the same turn they are summoned. They'll be able to take actions starting the turn after. Going green border means a card is able to perform an action. Okay. So yeah, let's attack. about magic crystal cards. Special spell cards. Target of the magic crystal receives a 1 attack and HP and the card zone against a mana. Additionally, if the target is national, it will be used as skills again. God damn it. Every 3 rounds, a magic crystal will appear in a random empty space on both sides of the field. These magic crystals have the same effect as magic crystal on a spell card. Moving a summoned card on top of them will grant this effect. Damn, I've lost. There's like literally no way for me to come back from this. At least I don't think so. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to try and attack, but I'm still gonna lose anyway. So I don't have anything else to play. Well, it's time. We sign this thing or what? No need to rush. Not even I know the details of our special lessons. Only our chief instructor and our contact are privy to that information. I apologize for the wait. Our contact? Did someone else from the RMP? Would be this guy.
この声。
まさか
Who else but your friendly neighborhood lector?
レクター少佐。それに
にしし
ミリアム。
久しぶりリーン。
だからいきなりタックルはって
いやー無理言ってレクターについてきてよかったよ。また来週から任務でさ、いつ会えるかわからなかったから。卒業おめでとうリン。っていうかすっごく背が伸びたね。
ゴリジュくらいだけどな。ミリアムは変わらないな。元気そうで何より。
ミリアムちゃん久しぶりだね。
やれやれ
久しぶりだシュワルツァー。ここで会うのは本来想定外だが。たくうまい落としどころをまんまと見つけやがったもんだぜ。
何のことやら自分にはさっぱりですね。ですがお久しぶりです。昨年末以来ですか。
まあそうなるな。ハーシェル女子も久しぶりだ。さぞ憲兵少佐さん相手に窮屈な思いをしてるんじゃねえか。
ああ、それほどでも。
当てこすりはやめてもらおうか、アランドール少佐。
それとあんたともお久しぶりか、オルランド。
Yeah, since the events of Azure, at least I think. Maybe later too? I don't know. Could have been the epilogue as well.
うちの筆頭が無理を言っちまったみたいだな。
らしくねえじゃねえか、スケアクロー。こっちこそあんたに借りはあったが、それこそ今更って話だろ。イーブンで行こうぜ、イーブンで。
そう言ってくれると助かるぜ。で
どうした、鉄血の懐刀殿。私のことを気にするの。いくらでも休活を除するがよい。
いえ、お初にお目にかかります。帝国軍情報局特務少佐レクター・アランドールであります。お見知りおきのほど。
乙女や上昇と違って確かにまみえるのは初めてか。私がここに赴任した流れを考えるととても初めてとは思えぬがな。
過大なお言葉、宦官の至りであります。
こはあれが黄金の羅刹か。
やり合ってるレクター少佐もさすがな面の皮の厚さだが。
心臓に悪い
な。まあよい、そろそろ本題に入ってもらうとしよう。くしくもここに鉄道憲兵隊と情報局の少佐殿たちがいる。さて、どのような面白い話をしてくれるのかな。
This is... I see. Can't say I was expecting that. Not one bit. Oh. Sorry about that. I call that a textbook definition of a sacrificial pawn. So whose organization was it that thought this up? Chief Instructor Michael? Major Arundel? It was the Intelligence Division in conjunction with the R&P. Well, to be perfectly honest, it came from Chancellor Gilead Osborne himself. Under the advisement of the Governor General of Crossbow. Oh, my bad. Oh, my bad. My deck box was hitting the keyboard. That's why it just kept hitting spacebar to skip. But this plan is just too much. There have been disturbances in the west half of the Empire. Multiple Jaeger codes have been spotted, as well as agents of the Society Ouroboros. Those newly established men's campus will be tasked with handling these threats? These kids just started school and you actually want to send them to engage in actual combat against threats like these? Just being used as scapegoats. They'll die out there. Toa. She's absolutely right. However, this is one of the conditions that allowed for the establishment of this school in the first place. As I'm sure you're all aware, tensions between the Empire and the Republic of Calvert have never been higher. Our entire eastern border sees skirmishes on a daily basis. Just the other day, a major battle took place in the Nord Highlands. In Nord? Really? How'd things get so bad in the first place? To be perfectly honest, the Intelligence Division and the RMP are both completely tied up at the moment. We're fighting an information war along the entire east of the Empire, including Crossbill and Norvambria. Yep, pretty much. After this, I'm headed to the Coruscant Province myself for my mission. I see. Is that something you should just blurt out? As a result of all this, resources and troops have been diverted from the western half of the Empire. Thus, we are concerned there's a strong possibility we'll be targeted for attack there. So that's where this plan comes into play. The Mysterious Society, Ouroboros. They were the ones pulling the strings during the Civil War, during the Northern War. They were the cause of all the turmoil at Crossbow and even the strange events in the borough. In addition, the 10 or so elite Jaeger Corps that at times worked for Ouroboros have been spotted. According to our info in the Intelligence Division, all these groups appear to be on the move. Oh, Zephyr's back on the move. About damn time, dude. I wonder if they were actually gonna do anything. Of course, the Red Constellation would have to be back. This plan was necessary. We need to have some way to stop them. But even so, does that really, like, excuse the idea of students? They're not even ready. It's one thing to have them, like, just battle, like, regular vagrants or bandits, but you're telling them to fight these elite criminal organizations that have, like, literally massacred a lot of places? Like, come on. And of course, we will not be deploying the students to known lines of battle. While undertaking these field exercises, we would have the most advanced technology such as Panzer Soldats on hand to protect them. In addition, the branch campus will also receive its very own armored train for use in these exercises. An armored train? Isn't that a little overkill? That had to cost a fortune. What can I say? We had a good budget. Besides, it won't be the only use for it. On top of all that, we got the Ash Chevalier, one of the best tacticians in Crossbow, and former acting captain of the Courageous. Your students' lives will be in your hands too. I see. This is the best way to get us into action, right? Because we're a part of the school. By making it part of the field trip, we have to go, and we have to solve the problem to protect the damn to protect the students. As crafty as ever, Lecter. This is messed up. Now I understand. Quite an interesting plan. Training exercises that allow us to prepare for and deter an invisible threat. It could even be said it embodies both the world as the battlefield and the foundation of the world philosophies of our school. Wow, he's got every angle covered. Well, Doris Branch Campus acknowledges the necessity for this plan. Now tell us where and when the first field exercise will be held. Understood. Alright, where are we going? Is it a new place or is it going to be somewhere before? I mean, they did say the west, so probably somewhere new. It takes place in the south of the Sutherland province near St. Arc. The when will be Friday night, April 21st. You'll arrive there via the armored train, Derflinger. I know there's nothing we could have done, but this whole thing still makes me feel bad. Yeah, I had no idea this was such a big operation. I feel like I showed up at a real bad time for you guys. No, it's not your fault, Million. It was all decided the minute the campus was founded. Even I've noticed that the western side of the Empire is looking a little thin. But as someone for the Intelligence Division, I still feel kind of bad. If I know about this, I could have given you a heads up to juice this or something. That probably wouldn't have been a great idea. Sure, it's pretty confidential information. What? She's still here. It's Dr. Herschel. I need you to arrange our travel plans early next week. Understood. We heading home already, Lecter? Not quite yet. I need to transfer over some info from the intelligence division. It'll take a little while. Find something to keep yourself busy in the meantime. Actually, hey Schwarzer, think you can babysit for a bit? Sure thing. Why you treat me like I'm some kid? Whatever. Guess it's fine as long as Rena's showing me around. No discipline at all. Just try not to cause any trouble, understood? Well, see you later. Have fun. Well, I'm off to the library to do some research. There's some documents I want to investigate for the field exercises. Oh yeah. Well, don't work yourself too hard. He's right, Prez. You always go full throttle when it comes to stuff like this. Gotta take it easy sometimes. Well, I'll try to be careful. Thanks, you two. See you later. You need anything, please give me a call. Good for you. You get to work with the class prez. Looks like she's working herself to the bone with everyone's requests as usual. Pretty much. Been relying on her too. Hopefully she'll let me repay the favor. Anyhow, how about I show you around the campus and the town? Oh heck yeah. Let's get going. I mean, come on, we have Milliam here. Why would I not go to see, Altina? It only makes sense, right? Oh, there's something going on at Radio Trista? Oh, Monk. Oh, Reen. Is that Milliam you got there with you? It's been quite a while, hasn't it? Yeah, about a year or so. You look better than ever, Monk. Seem a bit happier. Well, I have been getting out more since I started working here. Anyhow, Reen, seem to be getting around a lot, just like when you were a student. You plan on taking your class anywhere outside leaves? Well, actually. So now the entire branch campus is doing what you guys in Class 7 used to do. I'm looking forward to all the good stories I'll be able to tell on the radio. That's right, you always reference our exploits in the old Class 7 in your radio material. Yeah, thought I'd always add my own little twist to all your little escapades. But I'm bummed that I can't really interview the students. Unless a certain someone will be willing to provide me with a story. Are you trying to say that you want to ask me? I guess you could say that. I know you're going to be working, so I shouldn't be asking you this, but you can give me some good material to work with. My job will be a lot easier. Can you help me spice things up a little at Radio Trista? In that case, sure. Should I contact you through the Arcus when I have new material? Yeah, that'd be great. Thanks, Ray. Nothing like having friends to help you out. Wow, Monk. You've gotten pretty good at negotiating. Yeah, no kidding. Cool. So now I'm gonna be like the reporter, I guess. Or at least the one who gets the material. What are you doing here, Altina? I'm just recovering my energy by supplementing my sugar intake. Today was fairly tiring. But I'm proud of you for picking a club. Hope you have fun swimming with Leonora and the others. Well, it won't be official until the school approves it. I'm just glad you were able to make a decision. Oh, you're gonna be in a club? Okay, I'll cheer you on too. I'll try to persevere for as long as I can. How was your brief? That voice. Hey Tilly, how you been? What is she doing here? Now, Altina, she's just here on business. I was giving her a tour around the city. Long time no see, Tilly. Last time I saw you was that joint mission last year. How's Sammy doing? Yes, it has been a while. Please stop calling me Tilly. But, your name's kinda hard to say, you know? You can call us Millie and Lammy. I will not. I accepted your name for Clam Soleus. But it's easy to remember. Well, Millie seems happy at least. Heard they did some missions together last year. No, this is... You don't need to tell me your name. I know who I called. It's Professor Schmidt. Now that the briefing is over, you must have some free time. Prepare yourself and come to I Know Keep. I Know Keep? From our orienteering exercise? Sorry, but I'm giving your acquaintance a tour right now. Child from the Intelligence Division. Perfect. Bring her with you. Come here the moment you're ready. Don't keep me waiting. Son of a bitch hung up on me. As demanding as always. What's up, Green? That calm. I don't really know, but... Ooh, that place sounds fun. So should we get going? Are you sure, Million? What about the tour? That's fine. I already got to see Tilly. I want to see old man Schmidt, too. Well, he didn't make it seem like it's important. Alright, then once we're ready. I will accompany you. Huh? He said the child for the Intelligence Division. Looking for to me as well. Besides, he didn't specify the number of people. Sounds good. Let's go. Millie and Tilly, Lammy and Sammy. We're the ultimate quartet. Please don't affiliate me with you. Now, you two. Once I'm ready to go to the keep, I'll come talk to you. Still some pancakes to work through, so take your time. Understood. Should proceed to stand by. Oh, I still have one bonding point. Nice. I thought that was the bonding event. Oh no, that was just to progress the story. Okay. Who do I want to talk with? Let's go with Toa. Loved hanging out with Toa. Alright, which floor would she be in? Oh, she's right here. Oh yeah, because she has to get the materials and stuff ready, right? And the planning. Yeah. Let's see, Sutherland. I need to take care of the travel plans, but I also need to prepare as much as I can for the field exercises. Yeah, we don't really have a lot of time. Dang, if only I'd known more beforehand, I could have warned you guys. It'll all be fine. Don't worry about Million. Please go enjoy seeing the town with Reed. I feel bad leaving all this to Toa. Let me help you put all those documents together. I mean, if it's for the field exercise, I should be pitching it anyway. Reed, but don't you need to show Milliam around? Sorry, Milliam, is it okay if we continue the tour in a bit? No problemo. Actually, let me help out too. To coming all this way is the least I can do for you guys. Thanks, Milliam. There you have it. Well, when you put it like that, how can I say no? I have a list of books I need. Can I get you two to find the ones where the check... Understood. Leave it to me. Alright, found everything we needed off the shelf. I'm done over here too. Thanks, you two. You really helped me out a lot. It's all thanks to your neatly organized list. The only shows we have left are these. Alrighty, let's show these shows who's boss. Whoops, it's from the Intelligence Division. Forgot that you need to check in periodically. Is everything okay? It's all good. Don't worry about me. Be right back. There isn't much left, so how about we finish this up now? Okay, sounds good. surprised by what a good selection the library has. Military textbooks, documents of different regions, back issues in the Imperial Chronicle, even novels. For some reason, it's really satisfying to see a complete set of hard-to-find novels. Feel free to come in here and read all you like. People make good use of the library. I feel like all my hard work is worth it. Wait, are you saying you gathered all these books? No, I just wrote up a catalog. The principal said I must have seen a lot of documents while working at the NGO, so she put me in charge of it. Writing up a catalog of everything in this entire library by yourself? Isn't that a pretty unreasonable thing to ask? That said, I'm even more amazed you were actually able to do it. It's no big deal, really. If I'd known we'd be doing field exercises like this, I'd have found more material that covers combat. If we aren't preparing the students get hurt, or you, like during the Civil War when... Right. Totally. Sorry, there's no time for that right now. We need to focus on getting all these documents. Last one's up here. I almost got it. You can lead the high-up ones to me. Toa. Me? Don't worry. No matter what danger awaits us, I'll do everything in my power to bring everyone back home safely. Students and instructors both. I'll protect anyone and everyone within my reach, no matter what. I know you will. Counting on you, Reem. Huh? What's going on here? William, this is what it looks like. Oh yeah? Because it looks like a super rad hug. Gotta get in the action. Brace yourselves. Hey, Sweet. Oh yeah, 3-star. Well, again, it makes sense that I have this close of a bond with her already. So we know each other for a while. I'm glad they at least understood that here too. That we already have an established bond, but now it's just like a stronger bond. Alright, so now we gotta go to Einhell. Or no, we have to talk to Altina when we're ready, yeah. So let me go to the bakery. And we'll get a move on. I'll wait here. Please instruct me when you're heading to Einhell Keep. Wait, let me just make sure. Wait, how much money do I even have? I still only 1,000. Damn. Alright, let's do this. Let's go. Understood. Should clean up these pancakes post haste. Why don't I help you? I can handle this myself. Boo. You're so stingy, Tilly. Tina, you don't need to hurry, okay? Hello, Instructor Reem. Hello there, Tita. Sorry I'm a bit late. Hey, old man Schmidt. It's been a while. How you been? As always, you're an insufferable little child. Stop calling me Grandpa. I see the Black Rabbit is with you as well. Yes. Is there a problem? No. Should not impact the results of the test significantly. If anything, we can raise the level now. Let's get right to the reason you called us here. Seeing that Tita's here, I can hazard a guess. It's probably exactly what you'd think. Let's cut to the chase then. Follow me. Alright, let's do this shit. So this is what it's like inside. I've already been here during our orienteering exercise. So they make you do this, huh? So you wanted to continue with the trials. Is that what you're hinting at? Precisely. Earlier this month, you experienced level 0. Today you'll be entering level 1. This trial is calibrated to more closely match the rigors of actual combat. You went into thinking it will be easy as last time. You'll leave this place as a dead man. Last time I had a magic night. That was an easy one? Sounds like a blast. Hold on a second. Don't you think you're going a bit too far with this? Participation in these trials is not mandatory. However, one of the conditions of my working here is that the Ashen Chevalier would participate in my experiments. If you choose not to participate, there is no fair reason for me to remain at the school. No. It's super selfish. But Professor, we still have plans to sell that training. You leave. Not my problem. I know about the special lessons. Would it not be beneficial to practice Arcus 2's new functions here and now? He's got a point. It's probably better to be prepared, you know? Don't worry, Reed. We'll be fine. After all, you got me with you. Isn't that right, Tilly? No idea. However, there's no reason for me not to participate, so I shall. I will also support Instructor Reed. Millie. Altina. Okay, we'll do your trial. Let me raise strength, both of you. You betcha. Understood. What a waste of time. I'll go prepare the trial now. There's an elevator in the back. Use it to reach the starting point. If you need anything on your Arcus 2 adjusted, please let me know before you begin. Alright, let's see. Oh, yeah, we get the buy mask. Oh, yeah, here's the exchange again. How much do I get for everything I have? Okay, that's not too bad. What else can I buy? CCF goggles, EP charges. I think I'm fine with what I have. Oh, yes, finally. Get the strength in my stuff again. Guess it makes sense that I would need it as soon as possible, right? Okay, so then... which one should I get first? I already have that equipped. I should try to have enough for a Lacresse, because that's going to help a long way, too. Intira would be nice. Oh, and definitely an HP 1. Damn. Oh, do you have Venom Flame already? Well, then again, I don't need it for Reen, because he's probably going to have it because of his Master Quartz anyway, but good to know. Swordbreaker, loved having that. Evade, definitely going to have to put that for someone. EP Cut, looking forward to having this baby again later. Alright, let's just go and... wait, what does our team even have anyway? Alright, the Shika Arts. I have Tellus of Firebolt, she has Needle Shot and Earth Pulse. Okay. Not really a lot, but it's better than nothing. Alright, let's check what we got. Holy shit, she has everything. She has a Terror Breaker. Lucky. I wish I had mine. Ultimate Barrier. Complete Immunity. Let's go. See, I could have used something like this back in a Trez Azure game. Whatever. Valiant Cannon. Megaton Press. Sledge Impact. Yeah, we're gonna have a good time. Oh, maybe this is where Milliam gets her or not Milliam, Altina gets her S-Break, right? Because I'm guessing it is like progressive on the story. Alright, let's go. Looks like the control panel operates the elevator. Takes me back to the time we spent finding our way to the old schoolhouse. Really happy I get to do this kind of thing with you again, Ree. Oh yeah, because you only ended up at like halfway through, right? You didn't join us till like we got to like floor 4, 5, and 6, if I remember. This will be your first experience at the start, just like back then. Happy. I guess that's one way to look at it. Alright, let's get ready to move out. Understood. I'll be right back, guys. Just give me a quick second. Whoa, so this is what it looks like inside. You went up? Yeah, we started underground last time. Oh, so why aren't you going up? No, I guess it makes sense because it's a freaking giant cube, right? So. But yeah, it makes sense because that's also like 0, right? So that is the actual first floor. Then why do we take an elevator if it's the first floor? Whatever. Seems like the entire internal structure is completely different now. I remember hearing that there were mechanisms to change things around in here, but I didn't expect it to be this drastically different. Old Man Schmidt's pretty badass. Super psyched to check this place out. As in the previous trial, your goal will be to reach the furthest point. Use the Divine Eye still prohibited. Recommend you don't let your guard down. I'll do my best to help you navigate again. Good luck to all of you. Got it. Milliam, Altina, get ready. Lammy. Clamsolace. Alright, let's go. Argadlum, Clamsolace. Good to have you both with us. Let's go. Our exploration of Ihelm Keep Level 1 starts now. Tally ho, let's get at it. Let's finish as swiftly as possible. By the way, Tilly, are you able to use orders? I know how to use them, but I've not yet tried. It's a good opportunity. Perhaps I'll test the function now. In that case, maybe I'll let loose with mine too. Ebon Crest. Oh, that was the one with like absolute immunity as well, right? I used that before. Or was it Absolute Reflect? I don't remember. Milliam's order white decorations now available. Looks like they're both fired up. Can't let myself get left behind. They leaves one blade school's second form Gale. It's been a while, but maybe I'll dust it off now. Yeah, Gale. My favorite move. I used to kick ass with that move back in the school days. No, get away. How is it still following me? God damn. Alright. Alright, let's go. Oh yeah, my favorite move is back again, baby. Let's go. Oh, but I need 80. Fine, I'll charge it up if I have to. Bring it. cracked stone pillars. Please lead us to Clamp Soleus. Sure can easily destroy this obstacle. Don't forget about Lammy too. Certain objects on the field, such as cracked pillars, can be destroyed by a field attack from a character whose weapon strike rating is A or higher. Oh, okay.
僕の番だね。それ、ニシシ一丁あがれ。
頼もしい限りだ。
あれ、ショットだ。あれ。はい、こちらの先生です。ブリューノク起動照射。
俺の番だな。見ろか。ハヤテ。クセータ。メリアム、行こう。
オッケー。
はっ。
僕の番だね。それ。チャンス。
試合。
行きます。
Oh, here we go. Whoa, damage reduction to 0.1? A defensive formation that drastically reduces damage. Holy shit, that is way better compared to like Marines Iron Will. Then again, at least it kind of restores HP as well. But it's like, it probably has its own places to actually use it. Alright. Let's see. Pseudo damage reduction.
防御士、決心。
行きます。
行くぞ。はっ。
どれ。やったな。私の番です。やあ。
俺の番だな。はっ。
行くよ。どれ。ひゃっほー。そんなもんだい。
Oh, so these are the shutties they were talking about. Okay, I was like, wait, what shutties? Okay, I have information on these guys. This one. Not entirely on this one, but I might as well.
サーチモード起動。解析完了です。
俺の番だな。見ろか。ハヤテ。クセータ。メリアム、行こう。
了解。
はっ。
僕の番だね。母ちゃん、ハンマー。どっかー。崩したよ。リン、決めるよ。
わかった。
さてと。敵集団を撃破。先に進みましょう。 トレジャーを発見しました。それ。
大丈夫だ。行くぞ突撃時烈火。見ろ方早瀬。今だメリアム行こう。オッケー。はっ
私の番です。無流脈起動照射。
俺の番だな。引くだ今だ。
シシ、今のは完璧だね。
ああ、合わせてくれてありがとな。
トレジャーを発見しました。バトルスタート。ガチャブチチェンジトスやーテラブレンダ
マイ見ろ方早瀬。
さてと無流脈起動照射。やったなー。キャッホー、どんなもんだい。
よし掴んだ。
Phew. This is pretty tough. You two doing alright? Yes, I have no particular problems. I'm in tip-top shape too. You and Tilly are here, so I'm having loads of fun. Fun. Guess it's all thanks to old man Schmidt, huh? Well, I don't know if I'd say it's quite like that. But you two being here is a big help. To be honest, I was surprised you two were so in sync during battle. Well, we are pretty much sisters. Actually, it makes sense that we are able to synchronize so well. After all, our model numbers are only one digit off from each other. Alright.
形式番号 OZ74 ブラックラビットアルティナ。これより迎撃を開始します。ああ、本当に一個違いなんだ。それじゃあいくよー、母ちゃ
ミリアムアルティナ、君たちとの付き合いも長いし、ある程度は分かっているつもりだ。
ディーン教官。
二人の出身が黒の工房という正体不明なところであるのも知っている。そこで過ごした時の記憶は消され、情報局に引き渡されたことも。戦 術閣という不可思議な武装と同期する能力を持っていることも。
あはは、厳密には人間じゃないってことも。明言はしていませんが、類する発言は何度もしていましたね。確かに私たちはホムンクルス、人工的に生み出された存在です。と言っても遺伝子は人間とほとんど変わらないみたいなんだけど、その割には背が全然伸びないのは納得できないけどさ。それは同意です。まあ私にはまだ成長の可能性が残されていると思いますが。僕だって負けないんだから。
うすうす気づいていたし、彼女たちからもそれとなく聞いた話だ。だが黒の攻防、結社を裏切って内戦の最後に彼に取り込まれた組織。妖精で各地に出向いた時にも調べたが、結局何も手がかりはつかめなかった。記憶を消された彼女たちはもちろん、ネクター少佐ですら何も知らないらしい。一体どういう、何の目的でミリアムやアルティラを。
おーい、リーンってば。もう何をぼーっとしてんのさ。体調が優れませんか。なら一旦小休止を。
大丈夫だ、気にしないでくれ。ミリアムはミリアムだし、アルティナがアルティナであるのはそもそも何も変わらないんだしな。
リーンってば何当たり前のこと言ってるのさ。でもありがとね。
それこそ礼を言われることじゃないだろう。
テスト評価に影響します。問題なければ探索を続行しましょう。
ああ、行こう。
改めてレッツゴーだね。おっと、来た来た。砕けろ。
畳みかけるぞ。
それ。
俺の番だな。見ろ方、早せ。崩れた。メリアム、行こう。
オッケー。行きます。ブリューナク起動照射。僕の番だね。蹴散らせ。チャンス。
付き合い。俺の番だな。はっ。よし、これで大丈夫だ。
Oh, hey Yuki, what's going on? I see you're also playing Colossia. Yeah, I finally went to this point. Like I had addressed in my first stream of Colossia 3, I'm not necessarily giving up on Azure, but I'm going to try to grind so that I can better prepare to actually reach the finale of that game. Because again, I'm not going to totally give up on it. I'm just too interested in that story. So it's like, at least for now, I'm going to move on to this so then I can get ready for Reverie coming July. So that's what I'm doing right now. Yeah, it is interesting. Like, why did they need homunculi in the first place? It didn't seem significant at the time, but maybe that's the point. Maybe it's like gonna have a big role in this half of the series, you know? I'm excited to see why that's the point. And like, what importance does the Blank Workshop have this time around? Because Reen says that that was the point of Osborne's plan, but how did he already know they were affiliated with them? Probably because of like Novartis, right? Because we knew he was involved with like the workshop, so I guess that would explain how he knew like their connection. Me too, playing 4. Yeah, I saw that you're already playing 4. Hope it's going well for you. Again, I'm on Nightmare right now. Because, again, I just gotta do a Nightmare level difficulty, you know? Don't have any deaths so far, but we'll see. Knowing my luck, I'll probably die in this game sooner or later. But in the meantime, I'm just gonna try to do things as I usually do. Shit. I'm a beginner, so I'm not really to do Nightmare mode yet. No, I definitely get it. Because I can agree with you on that. Like, I started off only at hard. Because in normal games, or in any other game that I usually play, I just usually start at normal. But I feel like that's too easy. So I at least started at hard in TCS3 1 and 2, and also for 0. But only when it came to Azure did I actually start Nightmare. And holy shit, was that a nightmare. But again, it's also still kind of fun because it's the challenge. At least for me personally. Because I've never been one to do as many challenges in the video games. So it was definitely a bit of a turnaround for me. Not that I'm going to complain, of course. Because at the end, I chose it for myself. Hopefully I can actually pass this and 4. Unlike I did for Azure. But again, we'll just have to see how it goes. Oh god, more of them. Aw, shit, I'm gonna need a heal. No, I'll save it for when the time's right. Gotta go with Gale, my favorite move. I love this move. Yeah, gonna have to go for the immunity. Okay, good, they didn't attack me this time. Yes, go for the impede, please. Yes! Thank God. Playing in easy mode on my gameplay. The next chapter I'm about to do, I'm going to get Reen now. Oh, okay, cool. Oh, okay, you're in... Okay, I guess you... Oh, so you're in some part of the story where you had to get Reen back? Well, then again, I guess technically we had to do that in TCS3 too. Don't know what part that would be in, but I'm gonna keep that a secret for myself. Try to get myself hyped up for it. But yeah, cool. So are you gonna be on like a chapter 2, I guess, next in your gameplay? Is that what you mean? Because you didn't start too long ago, so I'd assume that's the next part that you're at right now. Right, get over immunity. Oh, okay, so yeah, you are gonna be in the second chapter. Okay, cool. Crap. Oh, I was gonna heal them. Shit. Alright. Okay, do a delay. Yeah, there we go. Hopefully it delays the arts. Oh, yes, good. It knocked them all out. Let's go. Go for this one. Nice.
で大丈夫だ。
Okay, good. No one died in my party still. Thank God. Oh, so then this is the right way. Shit. Alright, we made it through. You okay, Tilly? You're tired, just like your big sis now. Give a piggyback ride. No, thank you. Please stop treating me as your little sister. But you are my little sister, aren't you? My model number is OZ73 and yours is 0Z74, right? And I don't like playing Vantage Masters so hard. I mean, it definitely is an interesting take. Again, like I said before, I think it's somewhat similar to Magic the Gathering. Like, my friend at work, at one of the places I work at, he actually is like, he actually plays Magic the Gathering regularly. And he tried to at least tell me the basics, like terrains, and all that stuff. So it's like, I at least have a general idea of how the game works. So I guess that's probably the difference for me, as opposed to like, probably you just got into it. But yeah, I agree. It's like, honestly, I'd prefer Blade again. That was fun, always playing that. I'm kind of disappointed that they don't... I hope they have that as like an extra card game they have here, but going by the flow of 1 and 2, Vantage Master is probably going to be the only one, which I'm kind of sad of, you know? I actually really did like Blade. It's a lot more fun. And also, like, the fishing as well. It's definitely tough to fish here as opposed to how it was for the Crossbow story and for Coast 1 and 2. Like, it felt simple that way, but now it's like, oh, you actually get to feel like real fishing, which I think is a great application, don't get me wrong, but even so, it's like, for a guy who doesn't really fish, it's like, oh shit. So I'm a newer model, my specs are superior. Treat me with more respect. But I like Pom Pom, it's fun too. Yeah. I wish they have, I hope they have Pom Pom in this. Because that was also pretty fun in Azure. I at least got to beat everybody once. I am glad I at least got to do that. But who knows? No, you didn't. Out of curiosity, the Oz in your model numbers. I suppose you know what it means? Nope, sorry. It's just a number we remembered when we were shipped off. Oh, they sure do. Oh, they have Pom Pom Party here? Nice. I'm so hyped that. That's gonna be awesome. Who knows, maybe I'll do a whole stream dedicated to Pom Pom Party. Your dad found you only remember your name, right? It's kind of like that. True. Guess so. All I could remember was my name. I also remember being able to speak normally and all the knowledge of an average 5-year-old would. But no matter how hard I try, I can't remember anything before that. Guess I'm no different for you two after all. And I think about it, I too had basic knowledge of when I first awoke under Lord Rufus 2 years ago. I was briefed on the situation and about the various powers at work, and then went undercover to sing the Noble Alliance. I see. How about you, Million? When I woke up 5 years ago, Gramps, Claire, and Lecter were all there. But I didn't go on a mission right away like Tilly did. I studied for a while first. So I guess Claire and Lecter were kind of like my tutors? I see. Since she's an Ironblade, I suppose the situation would be pretty different from Altina's. Scarecrow is one thing, but how do you turn out with such a personality studying under the Icy Maiden? I don't think my personality really changed much at all since I woke up. But Claire and Lecter told me I've changed a bit recently. I see. Is everyone alright? You didn't get hurt, did you? Sorry, no, we were just talking. Stopping to chat during a trial. You're certainly relaxed now, aren't you? If had enough of a break, then get moving. Whoopsie, we got in trouble. Alright, let's keep moving. Come pretty far, so don't let your guard down, you two. Roger Dodger. Understood. Although my basic specs are more up to date, it seems there's a difference in experience between us. I cannot allow myself to lag behind in battle. I should test the craft with Clump Soleil soon. Alright, got a character now. Nice. First, I'm gonna check that ladder that I saw earlier. is it? Should be this way. Yep, found it. But I will say, I am at least glad for Nightmare they do have the orders, even if they probably are OP as fuck. But it's like, at the same time, it's like, it helps give you more variety. It gets you out of tougher situations. Because, like, if we are gonna battle Aryan Road again, which does seem like to be the case to me, I'm definitely gonna need it. But now my question is, am I gonna fight Aryan Road with the Einzlitter? If I do, that is going to be an insane fight. Like, fighting all four of them at the same time. Yeah, very useful. Definitely. But yeah, if I had to fight people like that, then it's like, oh my god, I'm definitely gonna need all these, like, upgrades and stuff like that. Just another reason to actually have to grind and actually masterfully use your tactics. Alright, let's go. There we go. Oh yes, I got an arts after this. Let's go with my favorite move. Nice. Love this move. Alright. Oh, I only have one. I should have used put airstrike on someone. A zero order, okay. Let's put... Yeah. Raging Fire. Nice. Alright. Let's go for a Brionac. But I'm scared I'm going to fight Osborne, the Seal Maiden, and McBurn the next... What? What? You're gonna fight all three in the next chapter? Oh my god. That is asking a lot. Holy shit. Wait, Osborne can actually fight? Wow, that's actually crazy. Like, I thought he would be like Grimwood, where it's like he doesn't actually fight and he's just like the puppet master. Okay. But yeah, oh my god. McBurn and the Steel Maiden, that is tough. Like, I remember McBurn was actually pretty difficult. He wasn't impossible to do. But the Steel Maiden was also, like, she's on another level compared to McBurn. At least from my experience in 2. I don't know. He's probably powered up more since back then. Any advice? I would say one of the best things to do would be to have some good defense crafts and some like evasion or agility ones too, so then you can dodge more. So like, let's say if you have Fee in your party and she's already like a dodge monster already, you need to have moves that can also enhance like her speed and agility as well, so she can keep like avoiding those heavy attacks. And always make sure you have like maybe like a, what is it, like any piece of equipment that can raise your CP up faster, because you're definitely going to need ones like that either revive your party or can increase their defense for the next turn, or even do like, I remember Emma had like an Arts Reflect. Moves like those are definitely going to be stuff you'll need for the Seal Maiden. Like, she's not going to cast arts, but you're going to want to bolster your defenses for those kinds of moves. You get what I mean? And I would say probably save your attack crap, like S-Bricks or S-Crafts, when it's charged at 200, because that's going to deal more damage. I know you kind of want to get them done as fast as possible, but the problem is every time you do 100, it's like you're always charging up back to 100 again and again, but it's like, think of it as like you do a multiplier 1.0 damage with your S-Break, and then like with 200, it's literally like a ×2. So that's another thing you could work on as well. Crystal move, right? Yeah. I think that's what the move was. Because like also Millium here has like a physical immunity like craft as well. So it's like having those at the right time is best to understand ahead of time. Like, definitely. So like if you still have like your let's say you have Altina still and you have absolute Reflect, I would save it till it's like only use that command as an example, like right before your enemy's next move, because again, if the Steel Maiden, like for example, let's say she doesn't fight alone and she has like her knights with her, or she actually fights together with McBurn and Osborne on a team, you are going to need to dodge every single one of those moves. Like, trust me. It's better that you prepare as much as you can for all those heavy hits, because every hit the Steel Maiden does, it's powerful. And it can wreck your whole team a good amount. Like, regardless of, like, what mode you have it, I think it's still going to be, like, really, like, a lot of your health is going to go. I'd say, like, probably a third, because that's what happened to me on Nightmare. Again, it's like, if you're doing it on the easiest level, I don't think it would be that much of a problem, but even so, like, just in case, you know? Her partner is Osborne? Yeah, then you're definitely going to need to. You're definitely going to need to bolster up your defenses a lot before her turn starts. Yeah, and I would also recommend making some food that you can also do to not only heal, but to also increase your stats, because you can make ingredients that not only do your health, but also like give you CP or increase your evasion. Those things would also come a long way to help as well. Because look, although you can't like, because you're probably not going to be able to like delay them or stuff like that, but you can at least increase your own stats, right? You can't debuff them, but you can at least buff yourself up. That's the bigger priority, because any debuffs you do to them, they'll say like resist or stuff like that. Knowing how bosses are, especially when they're like human bosses in these games, so it's probably better to actually do that. But yeah, that would be my advice for it, because again, it's like I at least have some general knowledge of McBurn and the Steel Maiden, and that they're definitely going to be some heavy hitters for it. If you can, I would also say get Celestial Bomb EXs. Don't get the simple reviving bombs, because even if you use them, for example, like let's say you only have this one turn like me, right? And then you have your enemies attacking next. Osborne has a really big sword too. Oh wow, yeah, so then he's probably got range, but he's probably going to take a while for a turn, maybe because of speed. At least I would assume so. But anyway, like I was saying before, so like, you see how I have like one turn here, right? And let's say I'm Millium, for example, and Reen's already dead. If I use a reviving bomb, that's only going to revive him and only give him a couple hundred HP. But then the enemies are just going to attack next. You're literally wasting it. So unless you have a revive that literally gets almost all his health back up, I wouldn't use reviving bombs unless you have multiple of people in your party consecutively going before your opponent's next turn. Because then it's like, okay, you take one turn to revive Reen, one turn to heal Reen, and then you use Reen to at least get an attack to increase his CP, or to use an arts to increase your defense or attack or whatever you want to do. That would be my take on it. Alright, let's see. What do I actually do here? I don't want to actually use my healing items yet, but I feel like I have to. Nah, I'm gonna use it. I can't risk it. Trying to at least go with no deaths in the first chapter, but knowing my luck, it's probably not gonna happen. Oh, okay. Shit. Okay, I'm all good. Oh, right, I can flee. Forgot about that. Alright, yeah, Archim here, please. Nice. Yeah, honestly, I have no idea how Osborne would attack anyway. I'm not saying he's not good, but it's like, I have no information about him. Okay, I will buy that, thank you. If you can watch my stream, please support. Okay, yeah, sure. When do you think you're going to do your next Cold Steel 4 stream? Again, it's like, I don't want to spoil myself, but I could definitely help you out in battle at least, definitely. But yeah, we'll see what we can do. Yeah. I'll try to hop on like a couple streams and like we'll see when you actually have to do the battle. Alright, let's go for Crescent Slash real quick. There we go. Sweet. Okay, next we'll need... I'm gonna put Ultimate Barrier just in case if it attacks me again. Yeah. Oh shit, okay. Alright, let's try next. Should I go for Valiant Cannon? Yeah, let's go for it. Nice. Strength and defense down. Let's see it. Let's go for another Crimson Slash. There we go. Come on. Bring it. Tomorrow, Friday, and I think I had to prepare myself more. Yeah, I would say one of the best things would be to do, at least because you're gonna fight these characters, I would grind off stream to get Zepif. Oh, okay, I meant Friday. Okay, yeah. So yeah, like I was saying, I would grind to get Zepif, so you can exchange them for Mira, so then you can buy those, like Celestial Bomb EXs or T-Roll Bombs or any of those sorts, and also ingredients, so that you have all that stuff ready. Because the other thing too is, when it comes to boss fights in The Legend of Heroes, sometimes they'll make you do it consecutively. I doubt they would do that this early if it's just the second chapter. But since this is 4, they're expecting you to be at a higher level than what the standard was in 3. Similar to like how it was for 1 and 2. So I would say definitely prepare all your healing items before the battle. Like make sure you have them equipped with like good stat equipment. The weapons, you don't necessarily have to focus too much on weapons, I think. Because like personally, when it came to Azure, because they just made new weapons anyway by chapter, I felt like there was no need to always have to buy the newest one, you know? So I focused more on my armor and my level and abilities. That's kind of what I focused more on. But yeah, I would definitely grind for more Zepif to exchange for Mira to get all these items up. And definitely, before you go to fight them, have all your CP charged to 200. I learned that the hard way, because when I fought Orion Road in Trails to Azure, her second move was her S-Break. So, if she's gonna do something like that again, I would highly recommend that you prepare your defenses beforehand and like do everything you need to buy yourself time before she does like a heavy hitter move. Same with McBurn. You know, because he's probably gonna like attack your team as a whole as well. So I would definitely be careful with that. Can you help with what accessories to buy? I'm lost in that. Okay, one of the things you need is a proxy puppet. Proxy puppets will res you right back up after death. That's one of the things that I think will be helpful. Another thing I think would be useful. Do any of the characters you have now have the Master Quartz Mobius or something like that? Because I don't remember if it was Mobius or a different space Master Quartz, but one of them it was like you get to revive even after you died. And I think it also granted you CP back to 100. As long as one of your party members has that, I think that's good, because then I think Elisa had something like that in which you could like auto-res the whole team with one arts, which would take a little while, but if you have at least enough turns to do it, then you actually can. Like Seraphic Ring, I think was the name of that one space arts that res the entire team. I think I have one, yes. Okay, then yes. Definitely have that ready. And also, if you are going to have to use Seraphic Ring or like a Tellus, make sure you give it to the person with the most EP, so that even if you use it once, you don't have to worry about automatically recharging it. But if you are, make sure you have your EP charge 2s and 3s ready as well. Those will also be important, because you're going to remember, Seraphic Ring is going to cost a lot of EP. I think it was in the span of like 200 to 400, somewhere along there. Elisa has Sophia Quartz as her master. What's a Sophia Quartz? Okay, but yeah, there was also another Master Quartz, which I think is the same one as the one that reses the person after death and does 100 CP, or maybe it's a different one, but it's one that increases the range of your healing items. That's also something you should get, because when I had Tio use Mobius, like she had the Mobius Master Quartz on, and she she would heal herself. If Risha was like right next to her, it would heal both of them. So that's another good thing to have as well. Because those are probably some of the best healing ones you can get. And again, it would also help if like if you're already healed up, then you could use it for like any of your CP increase foods or the sorts to get your CP back up to then get an S break ready in case of an emergency. Because let's say for example, if Osborne and the Steel Maiden are gonna like by turn gonna do like an S break or something like that, you need someone who can automatically do immunities like repetitively. So that's why CP gain items are a big must. I think it was like the Gladiator headband or the Gladiator belt. I think it was one of those two that like does auto CP up. I would definitely get that on one of your party members who you feel like is gonna need that the most. Either for your heavy hitter, for your res person, or for anyone who can do like immunities for a turn. That's definitely another thing I would recommend. Oh yeah, and potentially, I would see if you have like an item just in case for an equip for like seals and mutes. Because I remember the Steel Maiden did those status effects to me and I couldn't like cast arts or use my S-Break because I was sealed. So like for those who you think most important for that, make sure you have it on them specifically. That's another thing to have. I think that's it for now, but I would like to see more of like the items along the way so then I could be able to tell you like, alright, how about this? If you're on stream and I'm there, I'll look through your list of accessories and we can go down the line together with it. I think that works out. What do you think, Yuki? Because I think that's probably going to be the right path that you need if you're going to try to beat those two. I mean, again, it's an easy mode, but hey, who knows? I don't know what the power scaling is. Oh, I've heard of music. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. That should potentially work, but again, it's like, we'll have to see. I need to know what you're working with in order to give you a better idea. Oh my god, we're almost dead. No, 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 no. Please, please, please. Okay, thank god I still have an Argem heal. I'm good, I'm good, I'm good, I'm good. There we go. Because yeah, see, even I'm having a problem right now, and it's like, I barely even started this. Alright, heal me up. I'm just gonna use my S-Break, I have to. Oh yeah, another thing I would say to do as well, Yuki, like usually they'll have like one of the charging orbment stations before you have like a boss fight, right? Make sure you save at that spot before you advance forward, because if you get a game over and you feel like the items for like any resistances to status effects aren't working, like let's say she doesn't do paralysis but she does a burn instead, you can go back to that same loading point and then just change the item to make sure you can block that status effect before you do a rematch. That's one thing I learned over and over, and it's what most of the hardcore gamers do when they played all those old games where it's like the bosses were like super hard unless you had like specific equipment ready. That's definitely something I would say to do. Because again, I don't think it's going to be an easy fight, even if it is on easy mode. But then again, I haven't played it on easy mode, so I don't know like how lax it is, but it's just a safety precaution for me, honestly. Because also, again, for my save file as well, like, in case the stream, like, crashes or anything, at least I'm at the point and, like, I can just go right back to it if I had to restart it again. I doubt you'll have a problem with it because it's on the Switch, but it's, like, still, just in case. Gotta look at it from all angles for this kind of thing. I understand that. Yeah. But yeah, that's something I would definitely say to look out for in this case. Oh yeah, there were also things like, what was it called? There was this one item called Evergreen, I think, that also did like accuracy and evasion and stuff, but I remember that was pretty expensive too, so again, goes back to the idea of make sure you grind enough Zephyr before you actually do the battle, because then it's going to be like a lot more difficult later down the line. Because remember, you had to, these kind of bosses, they'll have enhanced levels which will make them even stronger, so you need to prepare. Because like, I think you should remember from that first battle we had in Cold Steel 3, where we battled Enea and Enos, they had like that enhanced mode where they like get like recovery or greater strength. So it's like you should definitely be prepared for those situations. Hence why I say you need a lot of res and healing materials, because you're gonna have to get ready for when they actually deal more damage to you. Because like one regular hit, which only would have done like a small fraction of your health, will now have an even greater effect on you. So remember that, yeah. That's what I think, because that was the same case for Arian Road when I battled her in Azure. Because that was also a pretty difficult part. Because like once I broke her helmet, she was even stronger. She did like multiple crafts. And I was like, oh my god, leave me alone. Yeah, so see, it's like, you see how here, there's a second orbment station? Like right here, since this is a second one before one, this is a place where like I would save, I would try to get the right orbments. Like, let me see what orbments are good for right now. Like, I know at my level they're pretty basic, but there will at least probably be some which I can recommend. Right, let's see. Oh, yeah. For yours who has the most arts and also has Seraphic Ring, make sure they have like an EP. I think EP3 is the most, but if you don't have it at that stage, EP2 would also be good to increase your EP gauge. That's one of the things. Stat down. I would have one person for this, because there will probably be ones where it's like they try to... Because like even if you use your S-Break, if you have like a lesser strength, then it's not going to do as much as a regular S-Break should. It's going to be like... It's going to amount to the same amount as like a regular hit or attack. Let's see. What else? I wouldn't really try these effect ones, like Faint or Confuse, on like bosses, because they don't really fall for that effect. Usually it's just only spawns and regular monsters, or even like boss monsters potentially, but not like people bosses, because like it never really works like that. Oh, Impedes. Impede will also be very important to have. Confused on Ash? I would see if you could put maybe something else, at least for when that battle happens. Like I said, it's better for regular battles, but boss battles, these have like almost no real effect on them. Most of the time anyway. There may be some cases, but again, that's why I say save before you do the battle, so that you can test it out and see if you need to make the change. Impede is another good one, because let's say you ran out of CP, right? And you can't use your craft that has the Impede move on it. You at least have a chance to cancel their arts that they're going to do. Like, if they try to use, like, a Tira to heal themselves or stuff like that. That's one good thing to have. And for whoever you give the EP 2 or 3 to, make sure to also give them EP cut. Because this also cuts the cost, so Seraphic Ring may cost at least a little bit less, so you can at least manage and save up your EP. That's another thing I would definitely say to do as well. Oh yeah, Shining is also very good to have, because Insight, that also helps you dodge attacks too. It's practically like an evasion boost. And it's a medium one. So unlike how like in the first game, and in the Trails of Cold Steel 2, back then, it seems like you could only do it on one person. Here, you can use it on like everyone in the circle, so that actually helps a lot as well. Make sure someone else has Shining too. I remember for whoever you're trying to get your... Oh, you didn't know that? Yeah, I didn't know that about that either until Mystery Synergy told me about that when I was playing 1 and 2. But yeah, that really helped a lot. It really did save the day for me a number of times when I had Elisa use her craft, which gave us Insight for like 3 turns. Really saved me. If you're going up against opponents who you have to use your arts, use Fortuna to boost it, because that will also like increase the impact. Like when I fought what was it called? When I fought Shirley and she had like her spawns with her, but I needed to use a specific arts to get rid of them. I would use Fortuna to increase the strength of my arts, to then use my strongest arts of like either wind, water, or whatever that has the range of the entire field, practically wipes them all out in an instant. But again, that depends on how high the level of your arts is. Like, is it at the final stage? Is it just the beginning? And also remember to make sure you stack up the arts category. Like, you stack up a couple of space arts to your character and the ornaments, it stacks up to give them like auto moves for your arts. Because that will also kind of come a long way, because it's similar to like the multiplication part of like a Azure, but it doesn't really carry as much weight. But remember, the master chords do give you like some arts ahead of time, so it's like try to remember that, so then you don't have to waste a spot for an arts you already have. Like for me, the only reason I have Firebolt R here is to increase the strength of my Firebolt. But once I get rid of that and find a different arts I can use, then I'll change it, because Ranger's going to have better arts from later on, where I don't need Fireball anymore. You see, Bridget here, every time I kill an enemy, restores CP. That's good for, like... It's good for when you're, like, grinding for Mira and Zephyr, because then it's like, you can get through battles much more faster, you know what I mean? Yeah, strong counterattacks after evading. This would also... Serious? Maybe. Evades magic attacks, attracts enemies' attention. High HP increases break damage. Like I said, I'd have to see all the master chords. I'll show you my chords for everyone on my stream, okay? Yeah, definitely. I'd like to see it and all the effects and what you're capable of with them now, and see what you should level up later. Because again, that's going to be tantamount to what you're doing. Let's see, what else would be good? Like I said, having a Tellus with the A in front of the Tellus is also good, because like I think that heals you at least a good third of your health, or maybe half your health, depending on the level you are. Have an HP. Have an HP for your biggest tank, so that they'll be able to last longer in battle, and even if the rest of your party dies, and they'll at least still have a good amount of health because of their defense, to then res the whole team later with like Celestial Bomb EXs. Let's see. Impassion's also a good move to have to increase CP for at least 4 turns every turn. That's also something I would like for you to have as well, because again, like I said, gaining CP is going to be very important in these kinds of battles, especially very quickly. And a passion doesn't take that long to cast it. I think it's like only a turn or two at the most, as opposed to like actual combat spells where they're going to take a bit longer depending on how difficult it is. I would also say either a Breath or a Holy Breath. Probably Holy Breath would be better because it heals your whole team in one area. But I would just make sure it's someone who can cast the arts like quickly, you know? Like back when you had a Wind Gem, or I think it was a Wind Gem or something like that. It basically lets you consecutively use wind arts as an example, because there were gems for like each element where it's like after you use that element once, you can use it again, like in another turn sooner or later than you would in a normal countdown, which is also going to be significant. Let's see, what else do I have? Yeah, that's all I can see for now, but those are definitely the main ornaments I would definitely say to prepare for now. Again, I would like to see what you're working with on your stream next time, so that we can work out what would be the best strategy for it. About chain battles. Yeah, I know about chain battles. You don't need to tell me. Ah, great. Ah, fine. Yeah, because see, it's like right now I'm just grinding for CP because at least I'm close to the Orbman charging station where I can recover my health before the boss battle. And another thing I would do, like preparing for a boss battle as well, have your brave points all charged up too. Because you'll need these brave orders quickly as soon as possible. Because like I said, if you don't have like someone who can automatically do an immunity, or you just don't want to waste the CP yet, at least have the orders ready so it's where you can at least have the damage reduction or the absolute reflect or even the physical immunity before the battle starts. And again, remember, do it at the end of your team's turn before they actually start their first attack. Don't do it on like your first turn of the battle, because otherwise then it would be then you'd be wasting it on the turns that it's your turn and not when they're attacking, and then by the time they do at least one attack, then you've run out of it. But good news, Duvali will be our ally in the next chapter. Really? Duvali's gonna be an ally? Interesting. Wonder why this is gonna be the case. Alright. But that's gonna be interesting for me to find out on my own. Thanks for letting me know. Yeah, like I said, brave points and CP, definitely charge these up before the boss fights. They're gonna be your friend for the entirety of the battles. But yeah, is there any other questions you have for me, Yuki? I'd definitely be able to answer them to the best of my abilities if I'm able to. Yeah, because see, now I finally got Reen up to 200 CP at least. So I'm going to try not to waste that as much. And now I have to get a Milliam and Altina to 200. At least Milliam's almost already at 200, but soon to get Altina as well. But yeah, that's basically just what I do for preparing for boss battles. You can have any quartz as your sub-quartz on everyone too, but I need help with that in the master quartz too. Let's go get Reen. Oh, okay. Oh, so you can lend other people your master quartz as well. Okay. Maybe that's something they're going to teach me here later. But interesting. Okay. Thanks for letting me know. But yeah, then I think that will also help. Because let's say, for example, you have like Emma and Elisa both in your party. As an example, they both have high EP counts. And you can have like one who focuses on more of the healing and revives like Elisa, and then you have Emma who can focus more on buffs and sorts. That's why I would say is definitely something you could do. Alright, just only gonna use Crescent Flash so I don't waste it all. There we go. Yeah, that's definitely something I would do. Alright, now let's have Altina attack these guys one by one. Let's do another Valiant Cannon. It's only 30 CP. Alright, Ween's almost back to 200 CP. Nice, it missed. Damn it, yield. And he's back. Go for it again. Nice. Okay, it was just a howl. Where is it? Oh, this one. Ah, damn it. Thought it was gonna be done. Yeah, I'll get this one. There we go, he's done. Yeah, we'll definitely go get Reen together, don't you worry, Yuki. Shit. I know he's gonna cast a spell. I'm just gonna only attack. Yeah, let's do it. Come on. Can I get rid of him before the heal? I did. Nice. Now just one left. But yeah, the other reason I say to heal to battle some mobs close to this point is so that you can always just come back here to heal whenever you need to. So you're not always just like having to waste your healing materials that you already bought up before the battle, you know what I mean? That's also another reason I do this. Alright, I want to see where this monster goes because I want to attack the bug instead. Okay, let's try this direction then. Nice, turn around. Shit. Already found me. Okay, good, he's not gonna follow me all the way up here. Damn, I can't believe I actually been stuck for like 3 hours just doing this. I thought I'd be done at this point. But then again, I can't take too many risks with this. Because I want to go at least one chapter without a death. At least the first one. Before everything gets thrown to the wayside. Oh, nice. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, Altina's almost at 200 CP. Oh, I'm here for you. Thanks, Yuki. Much appreciated. No, they're both gonna heal. Alright, fine. Guess I have to waste some CP on this guy, at least. Ow. Yeah, that's enough out of you. Now he's gonna heal. Yep. Oh, he didn't. He just attacked me. Oh, no, because he already had an HP heal. Okay. Nice. Alright, Altina's almost at 200. But I also need some Brave Orders too, so gonna have to do that. Just gonna do regular attacks. Yep. Come on. Just gonna focus on one enemy at a time. Nice. Alright, we're almost there. No, I was hoping to actually get a Brave Point. Wait, oh, it's attacking us. Or just a million, sure. Hey, stop that. There we go. He's finally got my third Brave Point. Just 2 more. Yeah, that's what you get for trying to attack Altina. Big sister looking out for the little one. Alright. Nice, got the charge. Alright, good. Now I can have an advantage at least. You're not gonna fight that thing again. Alright, any other slimes or bugs I can fight before this? Really helpful. Damn it, nope. Like, where's another one I can fight? I really just want to move on to the next day already. Oh, I can jump down. Nice. Oh, there's a slime. Perfect. Alright. Just gonna wait a bit. Get this first. Nice. Alright, there we go.
行きます。それ。はーい。それ。
行くぞ。聞くだ。
やったな。私の番です。それ。行くよ。それ。
はい。はっ。崩れた。
さてと。やあ。
前。はっ。今だ。
スキャリー。
とどめだ。
行くよ。それ。
前。構えろ。防御陣決死。俺の番だな。はっ。崩れた。
スキャリー。さてと。それ。行くよ。それ。ひゃっほー。そんなもんだい。
Alright, let's see. How much Zephyr do I have that I can get a new augment? Oh, okay, I have a good amount here. Let's get the crest. Definitely gonna want that. HP? Yes. Tira? Yes. These are gonna be the most important ones right here. And evade would also help. But I know I don't have that many space anyway. Shiny's 150. Damn. Would have been nice to actually get it. Take an EP one. Right, next. Alright, slot. 250. Damn. Oh, okay, yeah, because for the specific class only. Okay. Alright, let's see. What should I do here? Let's give it a Firebolt R. And give... Should I get Airstrike 2? Oh, right, I have an HP 2. Shit, I didn't even know that. Alright, let's give me the HP 2. Ah, Million... Damn it. I mean, Altina. Why do I keep saying Million? Altina. Right, let's change this for Tira then. Or should I get Tellus? No, but I have a Reviving Bomb. I'm much rather have this then. Should I get the crest? Maybe for defense, but no, Tira, because I need to heal anyway. See the arts? Yeah. Wait, what happens if I get... No. Still gonna be the same anyway. Alright, let's rest again, and then I'll go battle it. Alright, what are we gonna fight this time? Please don't be another magic night. I've had enough of those. A dead end? I guess this is the end of the trial. We made it. It's pretty fun, but I expected something from Old Man Schmidt to have a little more kick to it, you know? Wait, fall back, you two. What is this? Wait, Zuo, Tyrant Beast. Have I fought this thing before? I don't even know if I did. What the heck is that? I knew it. Professor, what are you doing? This monster isn't meant for level 1? I'm simply giving them the kick they asked for. The rabbit should be able to handle an enemy of this caliber. I swear. It's incomparable in strength to the magic knife from before. Might be a good target to try it out on. You just gotta take it on head on, right, Reen? I thought it's exactly. Don't hold anything back, either of you. Oh yes, S-Craft, Arcadius gear. I am so lucky I put that proxy puppy on her. Holy shit. Like seriously, we almost died already. Are you kidding me? Alright, yeah, Argelia please. Give up Milliam. Let's go.
私の番です。いくよー。それ。
行くぞ。今だ。明鏡止水、我が太刀は生。見えた。七の太刀、泣くよ。
体力低下。
みんな。
すいません。
No! Damn it! We actually died on the first try. Damn it! Ah, well, there goes my first step of the game.
手強いぞ。気をつけろ。明鏡止水、我が太刀は生。見えた。
さてと。ブリューナク起動照射。いくよー。いきます。ノワールクレスト。いくよー。母ちゃんお願い。崩したよ。いきます。ブリューナク起動照射。
行くぞ。
いきます。ノワールクレスト。はーい。母ちゃんお願い。チャンス。さてと。ブリューナク起動照射。
行くぞ。せい。させるか。行くぞ。崩れた。明鏡止水、我が太刀は生。見えた。七の太刀、泣くよ。
母ちゃんうちチェンジ。トース。やー 私の番です。それいきます。トランスフォーム。シンクロ完了。ゴー。
Sorry guys, the music cut out because my AirPod died. I still never understand how that's the reason why it happens, but just this, just gonna have to leave it like that as is. I'm sorry for that. What the heck? The game just stopped. What the hell? I have no idea what's going on. What is this? I seriously don't understand what's going on. My game's actually stuck. Shit. I don't even know what happened. Shit, I actually can't do anything. Give me 1 sec, guys. I'm getting a call. Honestly, guys, I have no idea what to do. I actually can't even escape from this. Because, like, my mouse doesn't even work when the game's on, so I have no idea what I'm even supposed to do. Shit. We were just getting started. Try something. Shit, still not doing anything. Damn it. Let me try something. Trying to test out some things right now. See if anything will happen. and nothing's working. Like, literally nothing on my computer is actually working here. Fuck. It actually sucks, because we were so close to the end here. What? Never, my remote's not plugged in. Damn, I can't believe this. Like, how is this actually happening right now? Ah, man, I'm gonna have to restart my computer. Sorry guys, I'll be right